Hey guys, so I'm coming at you from a new location. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I just moved into Manhattan, which was one of my life dreams. I'm still trying to figure out the best filming location in my very tiny New York City room, so if you guys want a little tour to see what I got going on behind the scenes, let me know in the comments down below. This video is also going to be a little bit of a different video than usual. As you can probably tell by the title, this is not a hair-related video. I'm going to be getting Botox. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, hey Brittany, you're 26, why do you need Botox? And for me, this is kind of like a personal decision. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, but the main reason is that I constantly walk around like this to the point where my eyebrows will literally hurt at the end of the day because I've been furrowing them for the entire day. I went to the eye doctor about this and my doctor was like, you have perfect vision, your eyes are just working twice as hard. So I wear reading glasses when I'm reading, but that doesn't help me the rest of the time. So hopefully the Botox will kind of help me relax my eyebrows so I don't look so angry all the time. So I want to use this video to kind of show you guys my experience, give you the ins and outs, and we'll see how I like it. So this is gonna be the before, so I'm gonna make some facial expressions in the camera so that we have something to compare to, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But before we hop into it, here we usually talk about all things curly hair, so if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post. Hey guys, so I'm back. Botox is in my face, and let's talk about my experience and what I got done. Also, just want to caveat, if I look super tired, I am super tired. I've been staying up till like 3 a.m. the last couple days trying to like unpack all this furniture, so if it looks like I want to hop in bed, it's because I do. So I ended up going to a place called Plump. They have multiple locations all throughout Manhattan. I went to the Soho location and I saw a nurse practitioner named Kelsey. Kelsey was super cool, and I'm so glad that I saw her because she was really good at explaining everything that she was going to do to me and my face. So the initial appointment that I booked was for a consultation, just to kind of like talk through what I wanted and how we could achieve it. And then the fee for the consultation was then applied to whatever I ended up moving forward with. So I went in there and said, look, I'm 26 and I kind of want to start doing preventative Botox, just kind of smoothing some things out. Really though, my biggest problem area is my forehead because I do furrow my brow all the time. And Kelsey was really cool because she was like, well, here's the thing. This is your first time getting Botox, so let's start with less. You can always come back and get more injected if you want and you feel like there's more wrinkles, but let's start with less because once I inject it, we have to wait for it to wear off before we can do anything else. So starting with less is better, and I was like, totally feel that. That made me feel super duper comfortable. It was also cool because she actually had someone in the room who was shadowing her, so she was kind of like giving extra explanation for everything that she was doing for the benefit of the person who was shadowing, which I liked because then I was kind of like getting that extra info as well. So apparently my like forehead and eyebrow area especially is super flat. So because that area is so flat, it might indicate that the muscles are weaker and therefore they don't need to inject me with as much. So what I ended up getting done was 16 units of Botox kind of in this forehead area. They went like around my forehead, and then 8 units of Botox in this area. So it was 5 injections total here, and then maybe 8 injections total here, I'm not sure. But yeah, the 5 were like here and then in between my brows. Pain-wise, I didn't really think it hurt that much. Certain areas that she injected, I really didn't feel at all. Other areas, it was kind of like a little pinch, but it was not as painful as getting a shot. Like less painful than that, just like a little pinch. I thought it was kind of similar to getting an eyebrow hair plucked. Like that's what it felt like to me. So if you're someone who's like nervous with needles, honestly, I didn't think it was that bad at all. As you could probably tell, I can still move my eyebrows. That's because it actually doesn't really set in for 5 to 7 days. So I'm gonna come back in about a week and show you guys the before and after, but like I can still do everything at the moment. It does feel weird though, like, I don't know, I can just kind of like feel this area. That's the only way I can describe it. Like I can just kind of like feel my eyebrows. It kind of feels like I usually do at the end of the day. Like I mentioned, like I furrow my brows all day and sometimes my eyebrows start to hurt from being like this all day. So that's kind of what it feels like at the moment, but it's not painful. So then as far as like aftercare and everything is concerned, I'm not allowed to lay down for for the next 4 hours. And like I mentioned, super tired. So if I hadn't gotten this done, I'd probably already be sleeping, but I have to just be up and about for the next 4 hours. I also was not allowed to work out for the next 4 hours, but like it's nighttime, I'm not doing that anyway. I gotta say too, it's kind of funny because like I went to the appointment, everyone's wearing masks. All you can really see is like everyone's eyes and foreheads. And wow, everyone's forehead at the location I was at, beautiful, wrinkle-free, shiny, gorgeous. So hopefully that's what my forehead looks like. And the last thing I wanted to touch upon is price. So Botox is actually pretty inexpensive per unit. You usually can find it from like $9 to $15 per unit. This place was charging $13.50 per unit and I got 24 units, so that was $324 for the appointment. That's what I paid. So it's supposed to last me 3 to 4 months. We're gonna see how long it lasts because she, didn't do as much as she could have done. It may only last me for 2 months. We'll see. I'm hoping that it lasts me the full 4 months. But I'll keep you guys posted there as well with, how often I'm doing this. I'm actually thinking that in the future, maybe I'll make like a follow-up video in like 6 months to a year from now about how my Botox is doing and if I'm, still doing it. So I'll let you guys know there. But yeah, so that's like the main rundown of what happened and how it went. And so I'll come back in about a week or so to show you what my forehead looks like and what the mobility is like. Hey guys, so it is Wednesday after I got my Botox done, and by now the Botox has fully set in and my muscles are paralyzed. So let's do a little bit of a before and after. So first off, raising the eyebrows. So you can see I still have full movement here, no issue raising these whatsoever. And you can see there's still, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, like I still have a little bit of like not wrinkling, but like obviously you can see the skin moving. And of course, if I want to be able to move my eyebrows, the skin has to go somewhere. So super happy that I still have that full range of movement there. Now where I don't have as much movement is when it comes to furrowing my brows. So if you guys remember, I had told the nurse practitioner that that was my problem area. At the end of the day, my eyebrows would hurt because I just spend the whole day furrowing them just completely uncontrollably. And so when I try to furrow my brows, it just kind of looks like this. Like that's the most that I can do. Now, obviously, if you got Botox and you wanted more of a range of motion, you could tell your nurse practitioner that or dermatologist, this is the sort of thing where it's kind of custom to your specific needs and goals. So like I mentioned, I didn't really want to be able to furrow my brows at all. So that's why I have that lack of motion. What I do find kind of funny though is I read that when your brain can't really move the muscles that it wants, it is trying to find other pathways to reach the same result. And so now when I move when I try to furrow my brows, my nose wiggles. Like, so I found that kind of funny, but once again, not everyone would have this, frozen movement when trying to furrow their brows if that wasn't necessarily in their goals. I also noticed that there are just some faces that I just can't make, I guess. So I'm gonna put a screen grab of my face from earlier in this video, and you'll notice that my eyebrows are kind of going up. I just fully can't do that. So once again, if I try to do that, my nose just, yeah. And of course, this is why Botox isn't necessarily for everyone. Some people like to maintain that expressiveness, but once again, making sure that my eyebrows don't bother me at the end of the day and getting a wrinkle-free look in the future was definitely something that I was going for. And so like I mentioned earlier, the nurse practitioner had mentioned to me that, she wanted to start slow, didn't want to give me too much at once. I honestly think that the amount that she gave me is perfect. I don't necessarily think that I need any more Botox than this at the moment. So I was really glad that I was able to work with someone who wanted to kind of start with a light hand. Super duper appreciated that. And it just kind of showed to me just how much experience she had administering Botox and, that she was able to make that sort of recommendation. So at the moment, I think my plan is to head back there in like mid-April to get another round. But of course, I'll have to evaluate as it gets closer to see whether or not I need to go sooner or later. So yeah, I was super happy with this. And like I mentioned, I went to Plump in Soho, so I will link that down below. And the nurse practitioner that I met with was Kelsey. So if you are in the area and are considering getting Botox, definitely check them out. This is not an ad or an affiliate post. I just am really happy with my results. So I hope you guys like this video, and let me know in the comments down below if you like this sort of more lifestyle, not necessarily
necessarily strictly curly hair content, and maybe I can do it a little more. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever time it is. It is 7:41 p.m. for me, and I'll see you guys soon.